The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Taken at the goal line.
Thank you.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
You.
They'll run for the first time with Travis Etienne. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Lawrence now off the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Brandon, lest my eyes deceive me, I think they found a matchup that they're trying to exploit here, don't you? I mean, it's the second time they've gone to him here on this drive.
Yeah, opening drive. It's a tone setter, right? I think they're going to be looking his way a lot.
Yeah, and I think that the way things are going right now, they like him as a featured receiver. Let's see what kind of adjustments the defense is going to make to try and take that away.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On play action, Lawrence sliding out of the pocket. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll run with Etienne. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Julian Blackman bringing him down.
At the full 16-yard line.
Hey, come on, fellas, let's go.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They go play action now. Lawrence flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Lawrence. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. DJ Chark, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Oilers drive it right down the field to score on their opening drive. Extra point up and through. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
For real? What, they traded him?
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Here's Darnold. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it.
What they trade for him?
Not allowing him to get to the
perimeter. Wait, hold on.
But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they all.
That's funny. I was like, hold up, wait. That ain't right. Oh man. Yes. No, baby. You got to move all of this stuff. You're trying to do that, and there's too much stuff in your way. You got to stay on one side or the other.
To have interest in the running game as well, and they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action. It's Lawrence. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this one is incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Lawrence. And he comes back with one complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2 minutes.
I have something,
when
man.
they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly
I got
hit the
this.
ground, and I
Can you want one?
Yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I've not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
51 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Now Lawrence to throw. He'll buy some time right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Etienne. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This Colts D up to the challenge so far, but they need another stop here on 3rd and goal. They go play action with Lawrence. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
Get that 3, baby.
Disastrous outcome there on 3rd and goal. They lose 9 yards on the sack.
Look at defense. We're standing tall, fellas.
So on 4th down, Ron Rivera sends out the field goal unit.
Dang.
And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. To throw is Darnold. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now Darnold. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Drop the ball.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 16. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific, because when it's done really well, Sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Darnold now to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack.
Huh?
And it's 3rd down.
I don't know. Right here. It ain't no more really here. There's nothing in there.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Let's take it inside his own 40. It'll be a 44-yard punt. The return goes for 8. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Why are you eating it?
Hmm?
Why are you eating it? You eat it, Daddy.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. Rolling to his right.
I don't like it.
Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught.
You
He's
want
going
some?
to lose yardage there.
I like
5
pizza.
yards on the catch
Here,
there.
take
Brings
this
up
piece.
2nd
Here,
down.
come on.
Oh.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
Yes.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Handoff running left is Etienne. And he's in. Touchdown,
Getting
Houston.
and calling.
Travis Etienne, his 14th touchdown now on the year.
Yes.
And the Oilers are able to add on to that lead.
Huh?
No problem there on
No,
the
no, no,
extra
no, no, no.
point.
Wait for it to
And that
cool
makes
off.
our score 17-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offense.
And now this
Well, I
is
can't never take
intercepted.
control of my player and slow him down and catch the ball.
And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. And, Charles, you know, it seems like sometimes when you fall down early, there can be a tendency there to try and get it all back in one fell swoop. And that time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you're trying force play.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown,
I can't do none of the
Houston.
stuff they do. Just, it don't never work for
Play
me.
there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Oilers are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Indy offense at the line and set to go as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play until the break. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Darnold. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Wow.
The
That
hit
play
comes
works
late. We
like
saw
that.
it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative
Second
of the way
time he
this one's
dropped the
gone.
ball. That's crazy.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach, and let's face it, this season certainly has not gone the way many had expected or at least hoped. And I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier this week.
Yeah, we certainly did, didn't we? Because, let's face it, he's heard the whispers, and they're growing louder that he shouldn't be around next year. He essentially stormed out of that meeting you just referenced with the reporters. How did he end it? We're done here. Well, that's a function of losing and all the pressure that's on him. Hear about pressure creating diamonds? In this case, it's bursting the pipes of the coach.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. You know, if following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under, CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because you actually have to do the opposite of what you would think. You know, in your mind, you're thinking, I redouble my efforts, I go harder. In a sense, you have to back off a little bit. You have to do a little bit less. Do what you're supposed to do, but don't take on the pressures of doing more and trying to do your teammates' jobs as well. If you do that, that's really going to lead you to more issues.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Being chased out left. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 17.
Huh?
10. And
I don't know.
take this one home. It's a touchdown.
What site?
That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they
My
want
grip
to do
coming
is
at
get to
like
the locker
6
room,
something.
try and
Almost
regroup,
7
and
o'clock.
come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second
Yeah,
half.
7:06. 6:07.
Extra point attempt to follow here.
All right.
And the route is on here in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout.
She eating
As
that
we'll
cheese
head
off that
down
pizza.
to
You know that's all
Orlando.
she's
That's
gonna
where we
do.
find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Oh, he dropped.
Yo, he dropped every pass. Yo, that's crazy. I ain't never seen nothing like that.
Now, these two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Darnold. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
42's the mic, boys. 42. 42's the mic. Let's make these babies cry.
A shotgun snap for Darnold. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 17.
Yeah, he threw 4 picks already.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Every
Give
drive.
him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Mike 16. Mike 16.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Let's go, defense.
Wide open
This tight end catch my players dropping every pass, bro. That's crazy. Open passes.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another 1st down.
And some room to maneuver. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 117 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. DJ Chark with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Oilers have got it on cruise control. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official.
Still trying to play, but tank it out, but Dan ain't doing nothing.
Stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
They turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. A big play there on the catch and run. Play action. It's Darnold. That's caught by Kelly. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception.
That's my fault. I'm just throwing the ball away.
And now off to the races down the right side. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I ain't even paying no attention to no defense and
This
not just
D
throwing
wanted
the
to
ball
put it away
like a
before
dummy.
we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Off of play action, Darnold. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Back to the air, Darnold on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Mike 42, Mike 42.
On first down, it's Darnold. Buying time to his left. And interception. Picked off at the 16. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard
Oh, my
line.
God. That's my fault. I waited way too long for
I got to
that.
tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll go again with Etienne. First down and more, Etienne. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 145 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense.
Touchdown! That's caught. DJ Chark, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Oilers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
All right.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes the return. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Flush to his right. That ball caught by Campbell. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other side, jubilation and laughter. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Another tote for Etienne. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On second down, a run with Etienne.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Baby, stop yelling. Stop yelling like that.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On 2nd and 10, Darnold to the right side, complete to Taylor. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. From the 50, it's Darnold. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that is incomplete. But the
You said what?
Third down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Watch it, baby.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
No. No. No.
That's
No on the walls. No. No. Stop playing, man. I'm gonna pop you.
And a tough ask here.
Dang, she ain't getting that from me. She just plays. She's been that way.
4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
Yo, I never saw nothing like that.
184
Wow.
yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
I
I
don't
know
believe
that
that.
every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for our visitors, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Colts, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills.
I ain't gonna front. He right. He said sending the heat is necessary basically because these zones in the game are trash.